Hello again, Michael Mackey for President here, trying to get you riled up, trying to get you to wake up. A lot of stuff out there. This debt ceiling thing. This is the deal. Someone wrote me today and said, you sound like a politician. So I wrote him back and said, you, sir, are correct. I'm sorry you asked me. He said, I don't want to listen to this dribble. I said, well, you sent me a dribbly question, so I gave you a dribbly answer. But here's the real answer. The answer isn't as narrow as the debt ceiling. What's my opinion on the debt ceiling? No more. No more money. They live off what they got and that's it. That's my opinion. Will it happen? Not a freaking chance in hell. These people don't care about you. Obama's aim, goal, desire, wish, plan has been all along to drive us into bankruptcy so we can come together as a Marxist New World Order. This is not a conspiracy theory, morons. Look around you. Where is the UN? How much money does the United States give to the UN? Did Obama sign stuff for the UN? He just tried to sign some law to block the Second Amendment with the UN. Sorry that I'm not really, didn't prepare and tell you exactly what law that was. But it wasn't one I was happy with because I'm part of the NRA. I'm tired of you people not knowing what's going on. Look around you. The whole world's in chaos. And we're ready to join them. America, Grease 2, the sequel. Idiots. We teach our kids to be dependent on the government. I was listening to a talk show today, and he was saying, we really got to cut social programs, and a guy called in and said, I think we should... it's like my kid's right. If I live in Section 8 housing, I should get to pass him on my Section 8 housing when I die. And he was dead serious. He wasn't the only one. I was scratching my head going, oh my God. I was talking to a liberal the other day, because you can't avoid it because I'm in Washington, D.C. And he says, listen, you're just against social programs because you don't need them. I grew up in the ghetto, for God's sakes. I grew up in downtown Detroit, Copland and Jefferson. One of the worst ghettos in the world. And I grew up during the riots of '69. My mother was on welfare. Thank you very much. Ooh, that makes me a bad guy, but let me go even farther and say she was so disgusted with herself that she took 3 jobs to get off. That's heroism right there. How about you 60% that are sucking off the taxpayers, take 3 jobs and get off? Because Obama got elected by 59% of the vote, and that's how many people get social programs. Our founding fathers believed in a hand up, not a hand out. So get your hand out of my face. I want my money. What happens if I lose my job at the end of the month? But because I made so much money, I paid a bunch of taxes to feed a bunch of other people. But then at the end of the month, I'm like, because I live paycheck to paycheck. I wouldn't live paycheck to paycheck if I didn't have to pay so many goddamn taxes. And that's how a bunch of us are. That's how a bunch of us, 40% that do help and do pay social programs, that's our problem. You sure as hell aren't going to help us. I'm a military vet with extensive injuries. I could just shut down and live off the people if I wanted. I choose not to. I know what's mine, I know what's owed me, and that's all I want. I paid into Social Security. I deserve it back. I want every freaking penny. I pay into Medicare or Medicaid or whatever the hell it is. I can't figure out. There's so many freaking things that they add on and take out it all the time. But I deserve it. I paid into it. If you don't want to give it to me, fine. Just give me my money back. Not only did I pay into it, every employer that I have pays into it with me. So give them their money back too. And then we'll get off that. Actually, I believe we should privatize them, but that's never going to happen because the government can't give up control. Because it's an oligarchy. Are you people so stupid you can't see that? Do you want to be an oligarchy? Well, you are, but do you even want to be worse? Look around you, Greece. We're Greece too. We're the sequel. Jesus Christ, many kids yesterday were rioting in the streets in LA just because they could. Our whole way of life is unraveling, and you people don't get it. You're worried about the debt ceiling? Ha, really? They're going to pass. They're going to raise the debt ceiling. They're going to keep spending. More people are going to lose their jobs. This depression, yes, depression that we're in is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Inflation just hit. It's over unless you put someone in the White House that's going to fix it. And the only person that can is me. I'm the only one. I don't care if you like me or not. When I take the presidency, you're never going to see me because I'm going to be working. A lot, every day, meetings, and I'm going to get things done. I'm going to kick every damn communist, socialist, Nazi, fascist person out of Congress and out of America if I have my way. You have the right to liberty and freedom, but you don't have the right to come into my country and try to make me a fucking socialist. Excuse me, that slipped out. I'm trying desperately not to swear, but I am mad. So if you're a communist, a Marxist, a fascist, a dictator, whatever you are, I'm kicking you out of my country. You do not have the right to free speech. Not when it means bringing down the liberty and freedom of American people. Yeah, I don't care if you stand on a little soapbox on a corner, but you can't be in my White House. You can't be in my government. You can't control my money. And I am speaking for the American people. So the American people better start backing me up. Do you understand me? Get off your asses and vote Mackey for president. I've had it with you. You don't have an option, idiots. And if you don't like being called an idiot, call me. I'm going to put my phone, my address, and everything on this video. Call me, yell at me. At least I'll know you're alive. That's all I got today. That's all I got. You know, you can look. It's everywhere. Everywhere. You can read it in the newspapers. You can see it. God, don't you know you're slaves and they're taking everything from you? And worse than that, they're taking everything from your children. You religious people out there that are waiting for the second coming of Christ, and I'm not saying I'm with you or for you, against you. I don't even want to get into that religious debate. But if Jesus Christ walked into your church and said, I'm here to save you, you'd spit in his face and laugh at him. You don't know when you have what you need to fix the things that you don't want to happen. Now, if you're part of that 59, I'm rounding up to 60% that are on government programs and you don't like me, too freaking bad. Get out there and work. I don't care if you have to pick grapes or fix the streets or do menial labor. Because you know what? If I lose my job tomorrow and I can't get another job, I'll work at freaking McDonald's if I have to. Stand up for your kids, you morons. I am the only answer. The only one. There's nobody else out there that's going to save you. Not Sarah Palin, not Romney. I love Ron Paul. He's the only one that's always stuck to his guns. But even he can't save you. He doesn't have the guts to do what is necessary. This is war. This isn't an election. This is a war for your liberty and freedom and your children's lives. Face the facts. Get over yourselves and your little petty, I want the government to take care of me mentality. Vote Mackey. Vote for liberty. Vote for freedom. Vote for the Constitution. Mackey for president out.